Hey guys, Level Cap here, and today I'm going to tell you all about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the next installment in the Ghost Recon franchise. Recently, I was able to attend a private gameplay session for some hands-on time, and I gotta say I'm really enjoying some of the new changes in this game. Also, I'd like to thank Ubisoft for sponsoring this video and providing accommodations for the event. Now, I played quite a bit of Ghost Recon Wildlands when it first launched, and Breakpoint in many ways is very similar, but it's also a massive departure from the previous title with a very elevated sense of realism and presence. It's almost like a grown-up version of Wildlands, where survival and tactics have rooted themselves into the core experience in a completely new way. Resting, making camp, crafting, first aid, and even eating are all new elements that become a serious factor in this incredibly gritty take on what it means to be a ghost. The name Breakpoint is quite fitting as you literally do have breaking points, being able to completely run out of stamina or sustain semi-permanent injuries. Steep terrain can now pose real dangers from falling and even fatigue your character when climbing. In addition to that, you're no longer the biggest badass in your region. Your enemies now pose real high-tech threats, and instead of being the hunter, you often end up as the hunted. The story in Breakpoint takes us quite a ways away from the cartel in Bolivia and crash lands us on the remote island of Aurora, somewhere in the Pacific. This island serves as the base of Scale Technology, a highly sophisticated world leader in drone tech. This company has shady dealings all over the world and has even used its drone technology for high-profile political assassinations. The story itself actually seems kind of interesting. And as if that's not a scary enough enemy for you, the company has also hired its own ex-ghost, Cole D. Walker, who is playable in the most recent Wildlands DLC. In this game, they've outfitted him with the best tech available, and he's trained up an army of high-tech mercenaries and drones to hunt you down. Now, at the event, the developers emphasized that the game takes all the best features of Wildlands and then builds upon them to turn Breakpoint into the game that the community has been asking for, with a deeper narrative focus and an emphasis on survival tactics. There's also more mission planning and self-discovery built into the game. It actually all sounds really cool and is of course very visually impressive. The island gameplay I was able to experience for myself was mostly green vegetation, but there will be all kinds of biomes in the final game with an even larger explorable area than Wildlands. Let's get into the actual gameplay features. There's a completely improved, if not overhauled, animation system allowing for new CQC takedowns on enemies. The ability to go prone and cover yourself in mud Predator style so you can't be detected. Falling animations when going down steep terrain. And you can even pick up and carry down teammates into safe areas to revive them. Now, the survival system is designed to make players think about their environment and tactics. No, you don't have to eat food every 10 minutes to stay alive, but if you do get dehydrated or fatigued, you may miss out on certain combat bonuses like being able to aim better. You also have a special camo tent called the Bivouac that allows you to rest and even choose to break camp at different times of day or night if you want to try and infiltrate a base under the cover of darkness. The Bivouac also allows you to craft things like rations, medicine, and bandages, provided that you've actually harvested the necessary supplies. And in addition to fatigue, your player can also sustain semi-permanent injuries and may develop a limp or perhaps lose the ability to fire a two-handed weapon. These injuries can be healed, but they require things such as bandages, so if you don't have any, then you may be in a real tough spot. Your character can also take on a class type. At launch, there will be 4 different classes with plans for more later. Classes come with special abilities and roles like sniping, assaulting, or stealth combat. Enemies can also take on new archetypes, some of which can be heavily armored and pose unique challenges in how to take them out. The game will also launch with PvP modes familiar to those who played PvP in Wildlands. Post-launch, Ubisoft has plans for endgame raids, special events, additional story missions, and more. Character XP is also tracked and carries over from solo to co-op or PvP, so you don't have to worry about missing out on missions or XP when joining a friend. Overall, I really have to say I was quite impressed with what I saw and played at the event. I had a lot of fun playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, but ultimately I did feel like the game could have benefited from a more hardcore, gritty nature, or even a more difficult nature to it. And it seems like Ghost Recon Breakpoint is bringing that exact element. I'm very excited to play this when it comes out on October 4th. Stay tuned to the channel for more information on the game. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.